PostHuman, it's more than just a validator, how we love to tell. Yeah, because we don't come to the validation from the side of the validation. We come to the so most of the validators is I was a miner. Now it's arrived not proof of work but proof of stake. Who am I? I'm a technical person who very good with infrastructure, understanding of the command line, and what.
Hey, GM, fellow cosmonauts and fellow crypto builders. Today we're joined by Vladimir, who is a validator, builder, a long-time activist, and more important, a good friend of mine. I won't get into many details because we will deep dive with him today. So, welcome, brother. It's good to see you again. We had a great time in Berlin.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. Thank you for invitation. This is so great to meet you as in the digital reality, as in material reality. I really glad that Cosmos crossed our ways and now we go hand by hand by this journey.
Yeah, the material world is way better to be honest, but
Of course,
this
of
is this
course.
is kind of cool too. I usually like to start, from the beginning, but because as I've said earlier, I want to do like a deep dive with you because you have like a cool story, a very inspiring story. So, you've spent 15 years in social activism from ecology, human rights, LGBTQ. How did you get involved into activism, and how did that journey shape your transition into everything we're free today?
So this is very interesting. I think this is common for the all youth people. So when I was kind of 17 years old, I start to understand that this world is broken. Like when we growing up, our parents tell to us that the world is kind of good, and I was growing up in a very intelligent family. My mother is teacher of mathematics. My father is a nuclear scientist, and it was the time of the Soviet Union when the people tell, "Oh, in future everything will be good." It was a lot of optimism, but after you growing up and you see that the world is totally cruel and there is no real fairness or something like this. So, and I understand, okay, I want to change the world. And I start to look for the possibilities, like who try to change the world. And at that time, there was a lot of different ecological, leftist, human rights organizations. And I started to read the books. I read several anti-utopia like George Orwell, 1984. Started to read more philosophy and so on, because before my education was totally physics and mathematics. So, and I understand. Okay, the state, the capitalism, it's totally killed the world. I need to do something with it, and I started to look for the. Started to go to the different manifestation. At the time, it was so many different social activities, and met the people, and I joined several different movements and start to be an active participant. I was thinking, okay, if nobody want to change the world, somebody need to do it. And I found the people who also want to change the world. We will try to change the world together. So, and sad but true, I spent on it kind of 15 years of my life, and minuses because it's useless. Yes, so you can't change the world by the methods that was working 100 years ago, because all these protest movements, they lived by the books that was written 100, 150 years ago. Yes, and at that time, at the period of the time where the book was something really great, and the most fastest way of spreading information was the newspaper. Okay, at that time it was possible, and we have an examples how 100 years ago some people with the books, newspapers, and manifestations changed the world. But now we live totally in another world. Yes, with the not only with the radio and the television, but also with the internet and the digitalization and so on. The very good big pluses of it. It's the best school of the community building, because when the people are gathering, trying to reach the consensus, sitting in this circle, speaking by the rising hand, and so on, it gives so brilliant experience of how to build the community, how to participate in the community, how to create a good psychological environment, what is the consensus, what is the trying to reach the consensus, how to collaborate with other people, other groups with other interests. And you can't get such experience not in the institute or university. Nobody, we don't have no educations of this. So and after I met with the Bitcoin and start to be interested how the technical side, what is the social side of it, I understand it that wow, this can change the world, because it was totally compatible with all I can see. Just let's change, switch anti-authoritarianism to the decentralism. Yes, before we were thinking the problem that some small group have the power and others need to obey, and now we tell the problem in the centralization. Small centralized group work in their own interests. Yes, how we can change it. And before we didn't, we have some social institutes, parliamentarism, go to the politics, and so on, so on. And now, and as we can see, it didn't work. Yeah, and now we can see the real digital tools that can change the material world. And I came to conclusion that it's much more easier to change material world, not with the material world, but through the digital world. So it means, just let's imagine such situation that we will make huge manifestation, 2,000 people. We will make this manifestation for hours. Yes, it's 8,000 human hours of doing something. What it will give if nobody will make the post in the internet, it will give nothing. But in the same time, one, two, three people can spend like 8, 10 hours, create the video. This video will see 4 million people and it will change the world. So this is how my vision on the digital world changed a lot. So we was living in the time period when we was telling, what is this is the voting in the internet? Who is caring about what people write in the internet? Now we live in the world where if it's not written in the internet, who cares about it? Yes, so the world really changed, and I understand that we need to adopt to the technical level of the society, and we need to try to do something in the digital world. And the second big transformation, because before it I was thinking that the problems that something exists, and if we will destroy it, or if not the state, if not that the system, everything will be good. Now I understand, no, the problems that we have a lack of the tools. We need not to destroy something. We need to create something new. We need to build something new. And if I will have time machine and will return back to myself, I will tell Vladi, stop to go to protest, go to learn Rust. Uh,
You know what is interesting that similar to me because I'm 32, you're a little bit older than me. You also lived in a world where there wasn't digital, and you know how that world is because some of the folks right now, especially in crypto, where you see young kids, 19-year-olds founders, they don't know how the world existed without digital, without smartphones, without anything.
Yes, and this is great experience. So from one side, this is kind of sometimes it's useless experience. Yes, because when we was young, we was playing Minecraft in the material reality. You need like to go somewhere on the street, find something, rebuild it, build some toys for yourself, and so on. And now people do it in the digital world. But most of my experience pretty useless. So it means 200 years ago, the experience of driving horse was very useful. Now it's useless. So, and the same with the skill to drive the car. So, some years ago, I was driving the car a lot. Now I just don't see any reason to drive the car. I just can call Uber.
Yeah, and so you found out about Bitcoin, you were living in Russia, and how exactly did you find out about Bitcoin? Was it from your social activist friends? And how from actually discovering Bitcoin did you ended up in the Cosmos ecosystem?
Oh, this is also very interesting because this is totally not connected to the activism or something like this. The first time I heard about Bitcoin in 2013, but I was very skeptical. So it means like some digital currency, yes, like the PayPal and so on. And it was the like the time when everything become more in the internet. But like, okay, Bitcoin and Bitcoin, or some people pay with the card, some people pay with some digital currency. So I didn't really get the understanding that it's decentralized. For me, it was like there. Or some people again launch new startup. Yes, like nothing new. And in 2016, I was trying to find marijuana. And in Russia, it's not really so easy like in Europe. And for this, people tell me try to find it on the dark market. Okay, dark market. What is it? Interesting. So you don't know about dark internet? No. You need to upload Tor browser, and with Tor browser you can visit different web pages that are not allowed to visit from other browsers. I said, okay, oh my God, the new universe open in front of me. I go at the time it was Russian anonymous marketplace ramp, a very big something that may be connected to the Silk Road, or and I opened a new universe for myself. Oh my God, you can buy everything like the fake
Fake
documents.
IDs,
Yes,
machine guns,
yes,
pills,
yes.
drugs.
Genetic modified embryos. And I think, oh my God, this is exist. I was thinking it's like the fantasy from science fiction, and this has already expressed me a lot. And I see that everything that I can buy there, it's in the Bitcoin. Pay with the Bitcoin. Pay with the Bitcoin. Okay, I didn't need the documents, fake documents or cards, but I see, oh, marijuana and pretty nice price, but you need to pay in the Bitcoin. I created local Bitcoins. It was pay web page at the time, like buy this on the local Bitcoin, some BTC, send it to the market, buy the marijuana there, and everything works. I was like really impressed. I think, oh my God, this is this is how it works. Why I didn't know about it before? And I get and some Satoshi was on my balance after I made a payment and I understand. I can't buy nothing on this. Like, and I even didn't withdraw it from the market. But several months later, when I also decided to make new purchase, I go to the market and I see that this amount is enough to buy marijuana, and I don't even need to add more BTC. And I
Add more
think,
tokens to the
yes, yes,
machine.
right. How it can be? Yes. So the last time I was paying something like zero point 0.1, and I get 0. And as the and my balance was 0.001, and now this 0.001 is enough. It's like, how it happens, how it works. Yeah, and this is was like wow effect on me, because I was always living in the world when everything grow in price, bread, milk, everything. It's impossible that today bread is 5 and tomorrow you wake up and it's 3. No, but tomorrow it will 7. It's easy, yes, and I remember when today it's 1, tomorrow is 100, after tomorrow is 1,000. Yes, a year ago you was operate with the bills with 110, 100. Tomorrow 1 million, 5 million, so on, so on. It was that interesting and terrible time for the centralized economics, and that's why we now have decentralized economics, because centralized economics don't really work. And this lead me to try to understand how it works. And I opened for myself at first differential model, and for me it was like, wow, we can make different economical models. We don't need to only to have inflation. Yes, because before it I was thinking that, like, do you see any other economical model? No, like, always such economical model always was with inflation we create. And also it lead me to understand that Bitcoin is decentralized and nobody control Bitcoin and no owners, and you can't stop Bitcoin. And this is for me was wow. This this is a never exist before. Nobody do nothing like this before. Like internet, just okay. This is the like the new level generation of the internet. This is it will change the world. And I start to tell to everybody, do you know what that Bitcoin? It's not just a payment system. Do you know how it works? And I started to be at the time people tell, you are Bitcoin evangelist. Yes. So do you have 5 minutes to speak about Bitcoin? Do you know how it works? And I started to go deeper and deeper. And at that time period, I was in, I was kind of 30, 31 years old, and I was on the Vipassana. It's 10 days of silence. I was meditating, and on this Vipassana, I understand that, okay, before I was living in the world where I need to work, to earn money, to be happy, but now I understand, okay, I just can sit, doing nothing, meditate, and be happy. So what I need to do now, if happiness inside of me and I don't need to reach it anymore, and I decided, okay, I will not do nothing for money. I will do something that I really enjoy. And I was thinking, okay, but what is it? And I understand, okay, I want to have my own club with the music, with the bands, because I was involved in organization of the gigs, like concerts, inviting bands.
We can see the guitar in the back, so
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yes. I was by myself, and I was thinking, okay, always wanted to have my own club, and I think, but how I will have it? I don't have money, so I find a place to rent, find the people who have the sound system, find the person who ready to make the bar, go to several my friends, ask to lend me kind of $500 each, collect all the funds, rent a place. So without any funds and just with the pure enthusiasm, I rent a place and we opened the bar, and it was crypto punk bar. Evening school, the place where adult people come to study. And we have a gig there, also yoga, playing kicker, the punks, techno. And every Thursday or Wednesday, I organize lessons of crypto economics. And and a lot of people came at the time. So it was 2017. And I invited the miners of Ethereum, people who create DAOs, people who build smart contracts, and sometimes.
What was the government's optics at that time of crypto?
So when you live in Moscow, kind of 15 million city, they even don't know, because who cares? It means like in such huge big megapolis, until somebody call police and tell, oh, something bad happens there, government even don't know what you do. So it means like they have some other their problems. Nobody cares. Like
Yeah,
you rent a place
is
in
the
the
old
Moscow.
dogma
What are
turn on
you?
your friends.
Yes, it's the pluses of the megapolises, because nobody understands what's happening and nobody really cares. So do whatever you want. And at the time, it was a big uprising. It was 2017. It was the time of a lot of ICOs and so on. So we wasn't the only place that make different crypto events. I also visited other places. It was democracy at the time. Such blockchain as Waves was very famous. It was the fork of Graphene and so on. So it was interesting time, and there I met a lot of different people who was also very enthusiastic about crypto. And after it was the interesting time when in the Belarus was the legalization of the cryptocurrencies, and that's why some people start to build their something like blockchain school, and you can visit these lessons even for free. Some cool people come to tell you how it works, teach you how to create smart contracts, how to communicate, MetaMask, so on, so on, so on. And I was studied at that school, meet more people there, and after my education, joined several crypto projects, started to help them with designs, articles, some explanations, visions, and it was the time when I was really in Ethereum, because at that time Ethereum was on the top, and the most interesting happens in Ethereum. And in 2019, my friends launched Project Cyber, decentralized searching system, how to make the search by the IPFS. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is so amazing, this is so great. And the Cyber, that's now Bostrom Network, was based as on Ethereum as on the Cosmos. And this is how I meet with the Cosmos first time. In 2019, I uploaded Cosmos Station wallet and start to understand, okay, I can stake here tokens, I can vote on proposals. Oh my God. In Ethereum, we don't have it. In Ethereum, we have DAO, and here it's directly in the application. I can stake, I can claim reward, can redelegate, can vote. It's looks for me like a perfect tool for the.
Yeah, and at that time, proof of stake was something very new, right?
Yeah, and I start to be involved deeper and deeper. Started to ask questions in the community of Cosmos Station, how it works, why this not works, when the updates. After started to create different articles, how to vote, how to claim rewards, so on. And as the result, I became community advocate of Christmas Station and helped them for a long time in the Telegram group. And more networks arrived in the Cosmos Station. More I need to know about these networks, and I started to be deeper and deeper in Cosmos ecosystem, started to translate biweekly news, Arena from Citadel 1 and from the Paradigm, created English version of biweekly news. I translated in a Russian language. And for me, oh my God, for 2 weeks, so many projects arrived. Some Iris, Desmos, this, that. And I understand that, oh my God, I see on my eyes created something cool and big. I One day I was participating on the some online meet of the Cosmos people, and the people was speaking about building an internet of the blockchains, and it was impressed me so much. I understand it that yeah, really, we need to create a internet of the blockchains. That's all blockchains can communicate with each other. So, since 2019, I started to be very interested in the tech of the Cosmos, stopped to look on the Ethereum, and Cosmos became a part of my life. So, very soon it will be kind of 6 years or how I'm in Cosmos doing building something.
So basically, at that point, you already had like a lot of validator experience because Cosmos Station is also a validator. Wallet has the coolest explorer. Irina from Citadel One is another validator. Uh, you decided to build your own validator, and I
Yes, so in
wanna.
one moment, all of it was starting from this, also from cyber, because at the time it was a very cool DeFi time. So most of my income was from DeFi, and I had some funds, and I was thinking, what I need to do with these funds? Like, okay, I can circle them in the DeFi, but maybe I need to do something.
Pause up, pause it up.
Maybe I need to do something useful. And I launched a validator in the testnet of the cyber. After, when a new network start to arrive in Cosmos Station, I thought, okay, I will launch some validators in that network. My first mainnet, it was the star name. And after more networks arrived in the Cosmos Station wallet, more I start to learn about them, more I understand how to do it, and I started to run more and more validators. And it wasn't like a business purpose or something like this. It was like, oh, I like the idea of this chain. I want to support. How I can support? Oh, I can create stickers, I can spread some news, I can write an article, I can make a guide, and also I can run the validator. And in 2 years, I start to have 13 validators.
Was it hard for a non-technical person to start learning DevOps and maintaining a lot of networks in the Cosmos ecosystem?
So, if you have good friends who already know how to do it, it helps a lot because you always can ask and tell friends, I have such an error, what to do? Yeah. Second, Cosmos have a brilliant documentation, always very clear. Run this command after run this command after run this command. And when you have an error, you can find what the problem very fast and ask your friends and they will tell you you need to change something in the file config toml. Go to your app.toml file and put the another parameters. So, by the fact to become like a fish in the water with the validation, it took me kind of 1 year, 1 year with half. But to be honest, now we have the Validator School and we can teach person for the 5 weeks. So to have the minimum requirements, minimum knowledges. When you do it by yourself, you make a lot of mistakes. But when you have the mentor or some person who advise you, it can be really fast. So I don't think that the technical part of the validation is hard. This is just like a pretty common skill that everybody can get if you spend the time. So I think even to play the guitar, it's more hard, this hard skill to play the guitar. It's more hard to get than to get the skills of the DevOps or sysadmin. Yes, and the hardest part of the validation is to attract delegations, to build a community around it.
Yeah, sales. At the end of the day, it's about sales. But so basically, you started a validator as a hobby. You have a team now, like 14 people or
15,
something
yeah,
like that,
15 people.
15 people. What is the core philosophy behind PostHuman, and how do you feel is different from other validator collectives?
So, at first, posthuman it's more than just a validator, how we love to tell. Yeah, because we don't come to the validation from the side of the validation. We come to the so most of the validators is I was a miner. Now it's arrived not proof of work but proof of stake. Who am I? I'm a technical person who very good with infrastructure, understanding of the command line, and what governance. Validators need to vote on proposals. Let's create the script that will check who is the best option to vote 1 hour before the ending of voting period, and let's our script vote as the biggest amount. Because these technical people, nobody told to us that we need to do some humanitarian, and the governance is totally humanitarian. It's totally not about technical questions. Yes, so most of the validators don't understand for what we need to vote, not for the updates. Like we will ignore it. Yeah, and most of validators at the time they was very technical and they didn't care about the community. They they just took it as some infrastructure development. I need to care about my infrastructure. I need to have a good uptime. Look, my node works. Do you need something more? This is what we provide. Yeah, and the posthuman started as the contributor. We launched the nodes not to provide security, but to support the project, to spread the word about the project, and so on. And like how we can help to the project more. We can run the node. If network need more security, we will provide more security. So
Yeah, the validator wears many hats, not just running nodes.
yes, and as the and also behind the posthuman some philosophy. So most of the people run validators because they want to run the validators as the machines, and I was thinking another way. So what is the main goal of the humanity? Defeat the death. We need to reach some secret of physical immortality, endless youth, to make our bodies eternal, to return youth to our mothers, grandmothers, that people stop to die from the sickness, from the aging. So, who need to create this? Where we will find the secret? Where is the secret of immortality, my friend? Yeah. So, as usually, some scientists find some solutions. They already built a rocket to the space. They can build nuclear bombs. They can build GPS. They know what is the quantum effects. So as usually when a lot of scientists gather in somewhere and start to think about some problems, they find a solution. Nice, nice. Yes, it can be genetic engineering, nanomedicine, regenerative medicine, cryonics, cyborgization. We just need that all these people start to spend the time not how to we will make a new makeup. Yes, how we can find the pill that will help you against some bacteria. No, like how we can find the pills that will regenerate my body. Yeah. So this secret, yes, when we will open, it needs to be open source and for everybody. Because if it will be closed source and only small group of the people will control it and don't give to produce such medicine or such, I don't know, maybe it's not medicine, some procedure. To others, we will get a most terrible anti-utopia scenario that we can see in many films. So it must be open source. Also, it must be under the governance of the society, of the community, not the small organization. To use it in the interest of the whole humanity. So what do we need? We need decentralization, open source, and we need digital tools that will help to the people, to the govern. Okay, so we need decentralization, we need build these tools, we need to help to the scientists to work together. Sounds very like Ubuntu plus blockchain. Okay, so we now need to start to develop different tools for the decentralized governance. Oh, and okay, we have it in delegated proof of stake. Looks like very good solution. Yes, we have GitHub with the open source code. Okay, now we need funds to make this laboratory, Institute of Physical Immortality, something like this. Okay, now let's find these funds. When we will have these funds, we will build this distributed, decentralized laboratory where the all scientists from all over the world can connect and tell friends, please make this experiment. I'm in India, and my free time I want to help to the humanity. So can you make this experiment and tell me the result? In our laboratory, some people put something under electronic microscope, do this chemical reaction, after tell this is the and put the result in the open source and tell this guy, this is his name, tell us about this experiment, we make this experiment, this is the result. Use everybody with the license for non-commercial use.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
okay.
Vladi, don't you think this is a little bit utopic and like a wet dream, because we see more and more institutions coming and more chains like running validators, and basically they own the whole voting power. So basically they control. So basically the chain turns into decentralization. So this kind of stuff.
So from one side I see this, all you tell. From other side I see IPFS, Wikipedia. Yes, so it means like we, of course, we will see now when I tell about this idea. This is it not means that now we need to use for this Solana or Ethereum or some blockchain under the control of Google Cloud. No, we are just building tools, and we can, and in that network with a lot of money, Google Cloud and blah blah blah, we can earn the money and get the funds, and for these funds we can support the development of the decentralized laboratory for searching the secret of the physical immortality. So it works together perfectly. Yep, we don't need to. Moreover, the big companies also are looking for, big pharma companies looking for a lot of anti-aging medicine. And MIT make the predictions that near 5 years you will be able to buy the pills that will stop aging in the pharmacy and so on. So this is already happening. Just now we need to make this alternative. It's okay that we have iOS and Windows for the money, but in the same time we have Linux that's for free. So we will We will be the Linux for the eternal youth. Yes, not more. And it can exist together. And this is the philosophy behind the posthuman. That's why we call it posthuman. Because when
What
we
does post-human mean?
very strange to think that the evolution is stopped on the Homo sapiens. Yes, if evolution goes forward and forward, we started to co-evolve it together with technologies. Yes, like mobile phone, it's a part of me. So the next step to implement mobile phone inside of me. We already put more and more digital stuff and some technologies inside of our bodies, on our bodies, and so on. So as the result, we will stop to be humans and will be something more than humans. And what is the name for this? Post-humans, something that after the yeah.
We're gonna be fucking cyborgs, man.
Yes, yes. So one of the, but maybe not the cyborgs. If we will go by the way of the cyborgization, but if we will go to by the way of the genetic engineering and regenerative medicine, we will be new bio kind. So you can change your genome, grow up for your second heart. Yes,
We'll be
grow
like
up.
Pavel Durov. Look like 20 years old, or he's like, what, 45 or something, 50?
So and that's why I don't see the think that this is utopic. It's not utopic because we already see how it works. We just need to. We are just on the early stage. So for now, the startups and the enthusiasts do something like this. After it will be time of the scalability, and after it will become a norm. And the AI and the blockchain will help us to reach these goals. So the validator posthuman, it's an agent of immortality. Yes, we are here to defeat the death. We think that we don't have any enemies. Everybody is friends around. The only enemy is death. We need to prevent the death and start to live in the world where we have endless inflation of the time. When you have so much time that if somebody will tell you, "Hey friend, let's start to make this project. How long it will take?" Kind of 15,000 years. No problem. I have 15,000 years.
I mean, looks like everything is going into that direction, and it's scary. It's fucking scary.
From one side, everything that we don't know is scary. This is because, like the fear, it's the normal reaction for something we don't know. Yeah, but also I lead by the interest. Okay, if we have this scary feeling, what we are scaring, let's research it. Let's know more about it. So interest, it's another positive reaction on something that we don't know. So I lead by the interest. Can we solve this problem? Can we achieve endless youth? Can we find a solution how we will be more than humans? And this is the main philosophy behind of the post-human. Yes, so building of the community, build a decentralized community, creating tools for the decentralized governance, participating in the and helping to develop other projects that we are think very useful for the future post-human society, and this makes our validator not like most of others.
Yeah, it's interesting because you clearly understood from the beginning how important it is to actually have a community, and we see these days that most of the communities actually mercenary communities. They hop on from project to another project, but you actually got involved, helped people respected you, and you gained your community that supports posthuman and Vladi. But tell me, how do you see the difference between community validators and institutional validators that we see that are coming now? You mentioned Google Cloud, Cointelegraph, even the centralized exchanges that run validators and have most of the voting powers. How do you see the difference between the
So
two
at first, when
entities?
you can check these validators and compare them, you will see that the institutional validator have amount of the stakers 200, total stake many millions, and community validators amount of stakers 50,000, but the total staked value like 1 million, something like this. Yes, so we see that community validators have very big value, not economical, but social value. Yes, so community validators are representatives of the big amount of the different people. And institutional validators, it's validators who represent the interest of the small centralized groups. And this is the main difference between the validators. And of course, this is common for the whole world. Yeah, so we always had as the big transnational corporations and the cooperatives of the people. Yes, and all of both of them easily can coexist and even cooperate with each other. But next moment that validation for the big players, it's not the really validation because of the validation. So to become a validator as the centralized exchange, you don't need to know how to become a validator. You need to know how to become a centralized exchange. So for them, the validation it's just or we
A
can
feature.
we can earn some funds. Okay, let's do it. Yes, and for the community validators, it's the protecting of the interest of the community and so on. Second moment, the project can rise up, fall down, and community will stay. Yes, it means community is very stable because this is it's a people who share the visions, people who keep the value, people who can jump to any other project. Third moment that the big difference of the community of posthuman compared to many other communities that we are overcome this buy and sell paradigm. So usually people join the community because they want to know how I can get airdrop, how I can increase my funds, how I can make my life better. And mostly when the project is pumping, there are a lot of people after project stop to pumping, people go to look for another places. Why? Because they was there just for the economical reasons.
Yeah,
And
mercenaries.
yes, and post-human community gives not only economical values, but gives social values and cultural psychological values. So, what is the social values? Social values, it's the value to feel yourself in the horizontal social structure. So, person go to the job and person get their money. But why person don't stay on the job after job is finished? I don't really like. I'm not the main guy here. Some people tell to me what to do. So people go take get the money and after go run from the job to spend this money for the some other values like a social values or cultural values. Social values it's to feel myself together with others. I'm a part of the social structure. I'm a part of the collective. We are in the bar. Everybody is equal here. Or we are playing Warhammer 40k. We are equal here. Or like we go to the pray to the Krishna in the temple. Everybody is equal here. Yeah. So people are enjoying being of the social structure. It's the big question of self-identity. Who am I? I'm a part of something bigger. Yes, what I represent, who is my friends, who is around me. Some people tell me what to do, or I tell to other people what to do. We're doing something together. So, and we can tell that the democracy, it's a great social value. So, for example, people run from the North Korea because there is no social values. You are always slave there. And people try to live in the Switzerland or some cool countries because here is I'm around the people who the same as me.
Do you think democracy is the answer?
No, no.
Do you believe in democracy?
In general, democracy it's a dictatorship of majority. So, if we will call like this, so we can see that less hierarchy in the society, more social values, and people are love to be there much more than in totalitarian structures. So, and exist cultural psychological values. So nobody discriminate me here. Nobody tell me bad shit about me. Yes, people are polite here. I can speak here freely. I don't afraid to be here. And if community satisfy your economical needs, social needs, and cultural psychological needs, for what you need to go somewhere else? Yes, and the post-human community give to the people such satisfaction. So in the post-human community, you can know more about crypto, how to stake, earn something. Yes, we have also some quiz. We reinvest part of income back to the community. Yes, so people are, some of the people stop to go to job because they have enough funds being the part of the community and get rewards and incentives. So in the social questions, it's very nice. The people are equal here. Yes, we can decide it. We have DAO. Nobody can force me to do what I don't want. Yes, we can protect
Yeah,
group.
you told me that you wanted to shut down the validator on some network, and the community voted no. You want to keep that validator, and actually kept that
Yes,
validator
yes, of
going.
course. So yes, people totally understand. We are here. We are also the power. We are this validator is also our decentralized property. And it, of course, it's cultural, psychological values because when the people start to make any conflicts in the chat, some other people tell, "Oh my God, friends, we are here not for the conflicts. Please don't make any bad talks here. Like we are here to speak about some project." And so people really enjoy. People send each other's emojis. We are not a totalitarian sect that's forbid to speak, so people can share. Oh, look, like now I have the kid, and oh, congratulations, friends! I have today birthday. Oh, very nice. So
Yeah, it's more human
yes,
than
and
transactional.
and we try to build all the communities like this, yes, because we maintain many different communities, Cosmos ecosystem community. But of course, the post-human community, it's kind of the best example. We spend so many time for to create a beautiful psychological environment that when people come to our community, they tell, "Oh my God, here is so cool." Like much more better than in any other community where I was. There is no admins who ban everybody. Yes, and like
What do you feel is the best recipe to actually build the community? Because usually the communities, as I've said, like earlier, are mercenary communities. But how do you? Because we struggled with this a bit, actually building community, and you kind of have that recipe, and I wanted to know what's
and
your take on it.
so and this is came to me from my political social activism youth. Yes, so this experience that I've got when you speak with the people, protecting the forest, trying to make these campaigns, that to protect some parks or to protect the rights of the some groups or animals and so on. And it's more, and this is more about feelings. Yes, so this is about I want to be in the some society. I want to be in. I have a model of what need to be there and what don't need to be. I don't want to be in the community where the admins, it's a totalitarian policemen, and the community for admins, not admins for community. No, no, no. We will build a community where admins for community. And if you want to be an admin, it's something like your Dharma. It's your sort of like, I'm a Buddhist monk. I already understand everything. So what I should do now? Now I need to make happy other peoples. Okay, I will serve to the community because this is my wish to make the better for you because for me it's already cool. Yes, and now and other people here not to say that I satisfy my ego, but this is the like the people come and ask, oh monk, what I need to do, how what decisions, and I tell them based on my wisdom. Yes, tralala. So, and we try to build it already now. It's like they try to build the best how it must be. And when you see that something is wrong and something bad and people don't like it, kick it out. If you see that some people want something, let's do it, let's implement. Always, you always need to ask from the community how what you want, how to update. Yes, and when the people start to make the conflicts, you need to explain them that friends, there is no place for conflict here. Yes, everybody can be right or wrong, but let's find the consensus. Now, what we need to do that everybody is agreed. Yes, and when the people try to reach the consensus and try to find it, and when they understand that they really can change the situation, change the rules or something like this, they tell, oh, this is the biggest value because in the most places nobody care about my opinion. No, and here is other people like, and I can together with other people build something new, and this is how we start to build healthy community, and to that people can feel themselves here like at home. Yes. So mostly in our communities we have only three rules, and this is rules from the Montessori education. Don't harm for yourself, don't harm for others, and don't harm for environment. And everything else you can do. Everything else you can do. Just don't harm for yourself, don't harm for others, don't harm for environment. And people, oh my god, just three no. Yes, this is this, and these rules are enough because if person don't harm for him herself, don't harm for others, and don't destroy environment, all person do is good.
We know that the recipe for validators, which in my opinion is bad, we talked about this a little bit in Berlin at the Interchange Summit. You basically join a project ideally before the testnet, you run the testnet, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, you don't know. You do a lot of contributions, community contributions, technical contributions, financial contributions, and then the project launches, and the project is shitty foundation delegation. Nobody wants to stake the tokens because it doesn't make sense. So this is the risk of community validators. And I wanted to ask you, do you think is an actual risk for community validators that don't survive the current market cycle, the cycle where every L1 is a down only token?
So I think that this is very complex question. Yeah, I think that it can be solved by the theory of probability and so on. So as we don't have any rules or regulations, or we don't sign any contracts, and it's also kind of gambling. Yeah, you start to input your efforts and you never know how much you will get. But by the probability, 80% of the projects will bring you 20% of income, and 20% of projects will bring you 80% of income.
There's
So
like paleo theory or something like that.
that
Pa-
Pareto,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
diagram
that guy, yeah.
Pareto. Looks
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
it works. Yeah, okay, maybe it's all can be sometimes 75 to 25 or 19 to 10, depends of the time. But so if you run only one project, with big probability it will be in 80%. But if you run 10 projects, it means two of them will be good and eight of them, who knows. Yes, so and this is how the modern situation of the validation. You just try to run as much as the possible, and after you know that two of them will cover losses of others. And second moment that I think that the time of the lucky validation, when you are just joined to the network and get a lot of funds for doing nothing, it's in the past. We don't have the time machine to return back to the 2021 or something like this.
Nah, the competition
But
is very big now. You need a lot of contributions, and you
Yes,
don't get a definitive
and
yes.
this is because we have more projects and more people, and but now I think it's the time of the running small networks like app chains, game chains, pizza chain. Yes, you don't need 500 validators for your pizza, digital pizza. Yes, so validators will be very needed. So it will be big projects with big validators and the small projects with the small validators. Our game needs the tokenomics, and want to have the token. We want to run our blockchain. We need 5 nodes. Yes, and validators will provide them.
Yeah, but the validators will only put cell pressure, and if it's like a smaller chain, that cell pressure can actually mean something. Of course, if it's something maybe like Cosmos, it doesn't really matter. But if it's something like a chain, like a 10 million chain, maybe the cell pressure actually matters. You know.
So I think that now we are going from the infrastructure development to the product development. So as we already saw pro validators, that we create one-liners, we create applications to run the any nodes. We make this process so automatically that very soon even the ape from Elon Musk with the chip can go push the button, voila, node run. Yes, but and here is the moment. It's not enough to run the node. Everybody can run the machine. Yes, and in case of the community validators bring to the network community, and this is very big value. Yes, so it will be very strange, but demand for the humanitarian contributions from the validators will be more valuable than the technical, because we can't jump over the technical development of the society. So it means the our node in Cosmos, it's the same node of the Binance. Yes, the technically we have the totally same. It's like okay, you can add 64 gigabyte RAM or 128 gigabyte RAM, but what's the difference? For the Cosmos, it's enough 32. Yes, or like different. So it means, okay, my hard disk driver can be like 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte. Who cares? Yes, like we use only 500 of them. Yeah, my internet.
Yeah, it's about identity at the end of the day.
Yes, so the and validators can bring a lot of different values, and community validator cover a lot of needs of the project. At first, it can be sub-governance. At second, it's the stakers, it's ambassadors, it's initial users. Yes, so this is the very big power of the community validator. I think that the $1 that you attract from the community, it's equal to the $3 that you attract from the foundation, because foundation has delegate you amount as they take, and if you have 100,000 delegators, 50 of them percent will undelegate, 50% will delegate again. So this is much more stable development. And also, if you have a strong community, it's not important for you which project, because the community is strong by itself. Yes, and if we will get new technologies like quantum computers with quantum chains on quantum cryptography, okay, we can jump with our community and tell friends. Before we was making 0101 blockchains, now it will be 01 and not 0 no 1 blockchains. Come together right now and everybody will join. This is a strong part of the community validators. Also, this is a lot of about the questions of the decentralized governance. So, by their some vision, networks need to make people kind of more rich, and when we start to get more and more economical values, we stop to think about where to get economical values. The next questions come to us, and who govern all of it? Who distribute? And we start to think about social questions, about governance questions. And big strong community, it's already sub-governance, yes, for the network and so on. So and this is second main important question, and a lot of big projects like Lido, yes, they are so deep in the decentralized governance models, how to do it, how to govern, which interest, and it's already a lot about game theory. It's less about, and of course, it's connected to the economics and so on. But this is new field that will be very trendy, also with the AI, because we want to give to AI everything, but not the governor. People afraid that AI will govern us. No, no, humans need to govern. But friend, you already listen all the decisions of AI and you are satisfied. Yes, yes. When it give me decision in my private life, it's okay. But no, we don't want to give govern to the AI. We need to do it. So the some period of time, I think
Yeah, but governance gets rugged all the time. I mean, it's the same thing. It's like, for me, it's utopic. So a dream to actually have governance in the material world, as you say, and even in the digital world.
with some specifics. Yes, so decentralized governance bring us decentralized politics. Yeah, and this is a very interesting topic, I think, and one of my favorite topic, and I can speak about it. We need to make
Please.
the just one video just about decentralized governance.
Okay, Vladi, I'll hold you accountable to that, to the decentralized political. Um, you started as a community member. You are a guy that wears many, many hats. We both agree that a validator doesn't really need to just run the node. and basically now you do a lot of content with Vali and Vova. You have a lot of community members, tutorials. You have the Validator School, and you will get that. But you also working at Sputnik Network is something that you call the metaversal payment system, and I want to know all about your vision about this.
So the main vision of this that for many people it's very hard to solve this question why I need to keep my private phrase. What if I will lose it? We tell, don't create account with Google. Write these 12 words on the paper. Person tell, okay, I will not create with the Google. I will just record it on my doc file and will keep it on my Google Cloud. It's protocol. Yeah. So it means we can speak a lot about security, cyber security, and so on. But we live in the world where the people use a lot of this web to socials, Gmail, Instagram, Telegram, Discord, so on, so on. So looks like they will not disappear. Second moment, if people already use it, they can use it to send funds to each other. As the PayPal, I can send funds from the one email to another email. How they did it? They just attach the bank card. The transaction don't go from email to email. Transactions go from the bank card to the bank card. Yes, but on the user interface is from email to email because it's connected. So let's connect not bank cards but addresses in the different blockchains. And we can create the records in the blockchain that this email or this username have these addresses. And when I want to perform the transaction from the email, by default on the backend, I perform transaction from the address that is attached to email to another address that's attached to another email. And this is idea that's very not new. It's name services and star name. They tell, for what you need to have so many addresses? Just create your name service or star name and attach a lot of addresses. The problem, why it's not works? Because for me it's equal. I need to tell Joachim, please send me your address. Or Joachim, please send me your name service. What's the difference? No difference. And the main thing that all of us use our Gmails, usernames already for 10 or 15 years. And people tell, this Gmail already 20 years with me, like 15 years with me. I don't want to change it. I'm associated. This is my data. I created it. So, okay, don't create new names that nobody knows. Let's use your already existing email, username in Telegram, Twitter, GitHub, because this is your data. Just we will attach addresses, and you will be able to send any crypto from the your email to another email, from your Telegram to the Discord, from the Twitter to Instagram. And it gives not only possibility to send, it also gives possibility to manage your address with your Web2 socials. So you can trade NFTs, exchange NFTs, trade on the DEXs, do everything. So all possibility of the blockchains can be done with the abstract accounts. Just in case of the Sputnik, your transactions from your transactions will signed not by you, but transactions will be signed by the system, and system will tell, I will sign the transaction from this address only in case if this address is attached to this username, and this person make authorization with this username. And in this case, I will sign the transactions and perform any transactions. And by this way, we open for us the huge possibility of for the Web2 users who don't need to have Kepler, MetaMask, any other wallet, just perform transactions in the blockchain using their Web2 socials.
And what exactly happens? Let's say I log in with my Twitter and somebody hacked my Twitter. What happens then?
So when you log in with your Twitter, if you log in first time with the Twitter, the backend check in the blockchain this username. This person make the authorization with the Twitter. What we know about this Twitter username in the blockchain? Nothing. We don't have this user system tell this is the mistake and create the inner transaction username and generate address for you that you even don't know. You even don't have a mnemonic from this address. This is auto generation and create the transaction and put it in the blockchain. This Twitter username now have this address. And after tell, show to the person who authorized it with this Twitter the balance of this address. And when you send found some crypto from your address to another person, you tell, I want to send it to 12345 Gmail. System tell, okay, I know that I need to create transaction that will send funds from this address to which address? Check 12345 Gmail exists in the blockchain? No, not exist. Create an address, create a transaction. This 12345 Gmail now have this address. Put it in the blockchain, perform transactions from address to address. When the person with 12345 Gmail will join and authorize, show balance of the address.
Yeah, I think that's a step forward for for a lot of crypto forks because at the end of the day, if you ask somebody that is not really familiar with technology, the internet, and you put them to, you have to set up a wallet, you have the mnemonic, you have to write those words on a piece of paper because if you put them in the Google Cloud, the hacker's gonna steal your words, or you have to memorize them. It's too hard, and people are just gonna. Why should I do that?
Yes, it means
For
like you
what?
just go, you put login and data with what you want to log in, with your Twitter, with your Google, with your Gmail, with what, and you are just logging with this. The system make we are all familiar with it everywhere. I open the Twitter, for example. You are not logging Twitter. Login with what? With email, with your Google account, with your Apple account. Okay, we will have the totally the same. Just we will create every time we will create the record in the blockchain that some address is attached to this username.
Yeah, and I remember at the presentation in Berlin that you said basically you can connect with. It's better to actually connect with several
Yes,
accounts
in case
from for security reasons in case somebody steals your account or something.
or
So you have
somebody
to
ban your
authorize
account. For
your
example,
ban
you
account.
banned in the Twitter and you can't anymore to log in with the Twitter and to authorize with Twitter, like what you should do. So if before you was also logged with the Telegram and Instagram, you log with Telegram, you log with the Instagram and tell, replace the Twitter. And the system tell, oh, if you are logged with 2 from 3, it looks like it's you. Yes, and you can add more different Web2 socials and make a multi-sig kind of, yes, because if person will steal only one your account and will connect it on other planet, side of the planet with your Twitter and try to do something, system will tell, sorry friend, you are connected with 5 accounts. You need to be connected with 2 more to perform any changes. So now connect with the Telegram and the Instagram too to make any changes. You are connected only with one Twitter. Sorry, in your security it's written, don't make any changes until only one account is connected.
What I'm curious, I always wanted to ask you that. Why Sputnik? Sputnik is that satellite,
Sputnik
right?
is a satellite, and this is the name of the first artificial object. In 1957, humanity sent the first object out of planet Earth to the space. So it was the first artificial. Before it, nothing goes out from the humans. And in
Was
19,
that in the Cold War area?
it was 1957. It was the like this challenge for the space, and it was the first Sputnik satellite. It's make beep beep beep, just go several circles around the planet Earth, and it was the first step to the cosmology. And already in the 6 years, the first human go to space.
Do you think the Americans actually landed on the moon?
100%. 99.99999%, because with 0.00001, everything is the virtual reality and we are in the matrix and nothing really happens.
Yeah, we deviated a little. So, and what's the stage of Sputnik right now? I mean, what do you need to get it to get it
So
to
we have
mainnet to
working
people to use
DevNet,
it?
and we are ready to run the testnet. But to run the testnet, we need to have beautiful UI and UX, and we are finishing all these small moments because nobody will use it with the command line and so on. So, and also it need to be user interface for the Web 2 people, not for the Web 3 people that is connected to the blockchain. So, and third moment that we are not really hurry because of the market, because to launch the project on the bad market, it's not good for the project. So we are waiting for the better market conditions. But I
Right
think,
now it's better, but it's just been one day.
yes. So I think that we will start the testnet this summer, because we already make a lot of good parts of the interface, and and if this year we will see some good moves on the market, we will launch mainnet also this year.
I'm really stoked, man. I mean,
Because I think
I
that,
wanna see Web 2 using crypto. You know.
yes, because by the all these cycles and so on, the best year for the Cosmos and so on, it's 2026. Why? Because we had a kind of 5 years of the infrastructure development from 2019 to 2024. So, and now we are start to think more about products. And the Sputnik, it's a product. We use the same tech. Tech works perfect. So now all 2025 different people build different products, and they need kind of the 1 year to build these products. So 2026 will be full of the products, no less infrastructure projects, more products projects. So by the all charts, 2026 is the best for launch any products. And
Yeah,
this year,
I don't really believe in those
so
like
this year,
cycles.
I think this year it's a more year of the Solana and the Bitcoin and maybe Ton. And the next year, it's a year of the Cosmos.
Of the cosmos. Yeah, I'm really looking forward. A lot of changes happening in Cosmos. Tell me a little bit about the Validator School. I mean, you're a guy that
Uh,
is clearly that you like to educate people, and
so,
education is important for you coming from parents that were professors. Tell me a little bit about the
So,
Validator.
to be honest, I never was thinking that I will educate people because my mother is the teacher who was teaching people 25 years, and I see how it is. And if somebody will tell me, "Do you want to teach other people?" I will tell, "For what?" Yeah, but I have such understanding. if we want to move all Web 2 to Web 3, we need to have a lot of validators, and it must be good validators. So where we will find a lot of good validators. It's easier to teach them than to find them. So if I want to, do you want to move Web 2 to Web 3? Yes. For this you need to teach people. Okay. So this is how I have the wish for the education. Like, do you want to dig the ground? Not really, but there are big treasures. Give me, I will dig the ground. Yes. So sometimes we do something not because we want to do directly this, but we want to achieve any big goal. And in one moment, I understand that I have a pretty good understanding how to run the validators and how to be a good contributor. And I create this methodology, like what person need to know to be a good validator. Humanitarian skills, technical skills. You need to have the GitHub, you need to have a Discord, you need to have a Telegram, you need to understand how to create Genesis transactions, pull request, you need to understand basics of the command line, you need to understand how to read the documentation, so on, so on. And I created test group. First time I tested, second time, third time, after 3 times of the testing on the different people and getting feedback, it was the educational model number one. And it took
How many students?
10 people was in every group. And it was the test groups. And after it was educational model number one. And it was two months of education. After we start make more, and now the educational model is 4.6 with the all updates. And for the 3 years, we teach more than 200 people. The Cosmos networks full of our alumni, and now education takes just 5 weeks if you have 3 lessons per week, and 3 week if you are ready to study 5 times in a week.
Do you have like somebody that joined the validator school and actually turned learned how to build a validator and turn the validator into business?
Yes, of course. Moreover, so the validators take and relax. One of the
Yeah, Wookie.
organizer of the Cosmoverse alumni of Validator School,
Yeah.
Nemus from Stake Cito, also alumni of the Validator School, friends who run the Alice network, they finished Validator School. DAO DCO, this real world asset project that now built on Cosmos, they were studying in the Validator School. Guys from Node 101 were alumni of the Validator School. A lot, like if we can go to the every active set, and in every active set we will find several alumni of the Validator School.
Fuck, man, I didn't know you had so many OGs that actually started at your validator school.
So we
Man,
teach
that's
to the
crazy.
people how to be a good validator, how to contribute. So some people tell that we are too much idealistic, but somebody needs to be idealistic. If you want to launch the rockets to the space, people will tell, for what we need? It's too idealistic. But okay, if you don't have this idealism, you will not achieve.
You never progress.
If
Never
you will
do
very
nothing.
pragmatic, you will just dig the ground.
Totally agree, man. I mean, we need to push it to the limit, everything that we do. But tell me, Vladi, I mean, you obviously do a lot of stuff, and I want to know how the fuck do you stay focused and grounded when working in such moving space, handling a lot of projects, handling a lot of people? How do you stay organized? How do you do everything?
So at first, I take it as the game. So this is not a job, this is the game. When you play a huge online game and you have your guild, and you have another clans and guilds, and you have and you need to defeat the dragon of centralization. And this dragon of centralization protect digital golden artifacts. And you have your team of the full stack community, backend, yes, and all you together doing something. And after you defeat this dragon of centralization, get digital gold, buy new artifacts, up your experience, and go to fight more strong because it's a lot of dragons. You collaborate with other clans and guilds, make the friendship and so on. So when you play computer games, as usually your mother or your father tell, are you still not tired? You already played 12 hours. And you say, no, mother, I'm not tired. Maybe you want to eat? No, no, after you can bring me food and I will play. Very important battle. We protect our castle. Yes. So you never tired from the games, and that's how I just playing the game, because if it would be a job and I will do it just like to get the payment, it will be oh, I want to work less, get more. How I can achieve it? And if you play the game, you want to play more. So I just want to play more and more. And exist a leaderboard. Yes, and we are up in this leaderboard. Now we achieve this, we get that, and after you understand that we have some needs, like we need to distribute some tokens, how we will do it, like who can do it, okay, let's build the tools that will do it. Or we need to create the quest and tasks. We was using Zili. Oh, Zili asking for money. How much money they ask? $6,000. $6,000. For $6,000 we will develop our Zili. Friends, let's make our own Zili. Yes, so on. And you start to be, and this ecosystem start to grow up. You involve more community people. You ask friends who can do this. Some people tell, I can do this, I can do that. This, and as you take it as the game, you will not be tired because it's something that you want to do. Yeah. So
You don't look like a gamer. I
yes.
wouldn't see like you playing video games.
So and for me, it means to go to the material world and to do something. It's more like job. Oh, now I need to go there, and after several days on the material world, I think, okay, now I will return to my digital game. Yes, now I can play.
Along your journey, did you have like an important mentor or somebody that shaped your life and everything that you believed in could be in your past non-crypto life, could be in your crypto life? What do you think is
I
like?
think that of course, at the first is parents, and our parents put in us so many things. So yes, it's like they are our main mentors that create a so big part of us, like what is good, what is bad, how to behave, and I'm very lucky with parents. Yes, my mother and father always tell to me like you need to make something good, don't tell bad words, la la la. So they was pretty cool and not authoritarian. They
Yeah, I don't see you swear.
uh, and after, of course, this is the books of the some famous people. When you read the books and you are really impressed. So one of it is Buckminster Fuller. Buckminster Fuller, he was the person who write a lot of books, all the Fullerians, all these half sphere buildings created by him. So when he was 30 years old, he tell, okay, I have a theory. I will make an experiment on my life. If I will do only what I want, not for money, but what I think is useful for me and for the world, how I see it, I will live my life the same quality than the person who go to the job making something for money. As the result, after he was living 53 years more until 83, he have a lot of diaries, what he from where he get money and so on, and he lived so cool and interesting life. He was trying to make a friendship between USA and USSR in the Cold War. He make a lot of. So I read it and I think, okay, I will do like Buckminster Fuller because he proved. So I will not do something for money. I will do something that I think is useful and needed to me and to the world. This is very interesting, and of course, in the and I want to tell that most of the people that I've met in the crypto, they give me something, because some people give me good understanding of technical side. Some people give me the good understanding of economical side, of the governance side. And now I think that I don't have my own opinion, because my opinion, it's not really my opinion. It's just a crazy mix of opinions of so many different people. I
Yeah,
want.
that's why a lot of artists, they say, like singers and stuff, they say they don't listen to other music, like their competitors or something, because they're gonna get influenced. So they only do their stuff.
I want to tell that Sergey from Citizen Cosmos, Seryoja myself, he give me to understand that the money, it's not measurement or not any unit. That it's the communication protocol of economical interaction.
Yeah,
This
but it's hard to live like that because we are raised in a capitalist world where
so
everything you have to work for the money, work to have
and
money, to have
this is
status.
interesting that when you start to do something not for money, you get the good result, and people want to have this ready to pay you for the good result, even if you didn't make it for money. And so and hard or easy, it's like if you have the skills to do it, it's easy, and if you don't have skills to do it, it's hard. Is it easy or hard to play guitar? If you know how to play guitar, it's easy, but if you don't know how to play the guitar, it's hard. The same with the such kind of living. If you know how to live like this, it became easy. A very cool person, Dima Starodubtsev from Cyber. I think very really visionary with a lot of cool ideas, and mostly about Web 4 and the market of the knowledge. Yes, so we will move not to the internet of data, but we will be in internet of knowledge. So it means data it's one, and knowledge like the you know that this grass is green or grass is red. Which knowledge is more valuable? Or this is USDC on the Ethereum, but and I have a knowledge that this is USDC fake and don't have liquidity pools, and this is USDC is real and have liquidity pools. So this is the knowledge, but by the data is the same. So knowledge is very important. If person don't have such knowledge, person can accept fake USDC, and if person have knowledge, person will not accept bad USDC, and so on.
Yeah, and I mean, in those times that we are living, we are bombarded, we are bombed with a lot of non-useful data that is marketing and bullshit and Kardashians and a lot of stuff that we don't fucking need every time bombed on social media or people talking shit that doesn't make sense, you know.
Also, of course, Bitcoin white paper, amazing inspiration. And second, it's a manifest of crypto decentralists that was created after the fork of Ethereum, for Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. And this manifest of the crypto decentralists, I think, a very amazing inspiration.
Bloody, tell me, from everything that you learned until today, what advice would you give to founders, builders, or anybody that wants to join the space and join the revolution in 2025?
So this is hard because different people need to get different advices. And at first, I think the best advice will be to understand, to answer yourself three important questions. At first, like where I am. Yes, you need to describe like what is this reality, where I am, how it works. Yes, like I'm in the digital world, or I'm in the some illusion created by God. Yes, so you need to understand what is around you, and second, by which rules it works. Why everything is happens like it happens? Why not another way? Yes, what the rules of those where I am? And the third, it's who am I here? What is my role? I'm here just like doing nothing and watching. I'm a player. I'm a creator. I'm and to answer these questions will lead you to understanding what you need to do, because until you don't understand the game, until you don't understand the rules of the game, and until you don't understand who you are, player or judge, or you are just visitor come to watch, all your actions will be useless. Yes, you don't know what to do. But when I understand, we are on the football stadium, I'm a goalkeeper. Yes, and this is, and by the rules I can take the ball in the hand, and other can't. I understand. Oh, okay, what to do? I need to protect.
Yeah, man, but the rules are meant to be broken. I mean, the winners don't really respect them.
And this is very interesting, yes, because sometimes we think that we can't do it because it's impossible, because it's not by the rules. And after we see that somebody do it, and we thought, oh my God, is it? It's like the playing chess. If you just don't know the chess and look on the game, some people play chess and you always see the match for the match, and you tell, oh, okay, the horse knight goes by this one, this goes by. But in one moment they make рокировка, like switching of the place of the king and the tower. And still, oh my God, what is happens? Yes, it's also by the rules, but most of the games you didn't see it because it's very rare move. And oh my God, I also can do it. Yes, because it's in the rules. So when we understand where we are and when we understand what is the rules, we can make even more. We increase our functionality. It's like if you tell, I live in the flat world where around the disks, sun on the disk, moon on the disk, and I'm here because of the God will. Can you build the rocket to the space? To build the rocket to the space, you need to send it to the orbit. Wait a minute, what is the orbit? Exists one ball around other ball by the orbit. No, we are living the flat Earth. So, flat Earth with the disk don't have functionality to send the rockets. You need to reimagine reality, and you will have possibility to send the rockets. So, if you will describe the reality wrong way with the wrong rules, you will not be have functionality of something. So every better understanding of the reality, rules of reality, and your role in it give you more functionality. So more functionality you have, better your describing of what happens.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, Vlad. Brother, before you wrap this up, where should people follow PostHuman, Sputnik, the Validator School, enter the community, and stay in the loop?
So as usually, it's the main tools. It's Telegram, Twitter, and the Discord. Yes, you always can visit our webpage posthuman.digital, and directly in the top you will see the links on our Telegram, Twitter, Discord, GitHub, and it's very easy to remember posthuman.digital, or just write validator posthuman in any search, and the first links will be on us. We are welcome you in our community. We have community for English speakers, for Russian speakers. So if you want to run any other, for Ukrainian speakers, we also have community. But if you want to run the community on any other local languages, we will support, because we think that it's very important to make more communities, and we always incentivize people who do something good.
It was a pleasure, man. We need to do this more often.
Totally agree, totally agree.
Have a great one, brother.
See you soon. Bye bye.